Welcome back to SCV Today. Dave Caldwell, Ellen Como, sitting in for Tammy. A light of hope. We've had you guys on the program before. I know we've had, because we were promoting your run from last year. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring on Tim Traurig, Darren Brewster, thank you. It was getting there, sometimes a little slower, but it was getting there. A Light of Hope is a nonprofit offering recovery services for 14 to 26-year-olds and their parents. And it's a very unique organization. Tim, I want you to explain, first of all, what A Light of Hope is and how it all started.
Okay. A Light of Hope is a support center that provides support for youth 14 to 26 and their families struggling with substance abuse issues, addiction, any self-destructive action or behavior. And we provide weekly support groups. We have a drop-in center. We have weekly activities and events to keep the young people connected to an alternative peer group. And it all kind of came out of our own personal family experience and story. I have 3 daughters, 2 of which have had drug and alcohol issues, have been in multiple rehabs. And when they came out of those rehabs, came back here to Santa Clarita, we really felt like there was nothing here to support all the work they had put in to keep them moving forward in their recovery. And so they were struggling, relapses and in and out, and still more trouble with drugs, even though we had sent them to a lot of rehabs hoping that, that would be the answer. And so we really felt, we're people of faith, and we really felt God say, build what you wish you would have had as parents. And we were like, but God, I mean, we're trying to save our own kids' lives right now, and you want us to do what? And he said, build it. It was kind of like the Field of Dreams, build it, and they will come kind of a thing. And my wife and I were sitting there on the couch just really, thinking about it, and just got tears in our eyes, and we really felt called to create a Light of Hope and provide a support center for families that are struggling, because you get so lost. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of guilt. I've been a fireman for 35 years, going to retire in 3 months. And, I taught my kids. I've seen on the streets what drug addiction, alcohol can do to individuals and families. I've been the guy that had to tell, mom and dad, I'm sorry, your son or daughter's passed away, overdosed or whatever. And so I felt the hurt and the pain. And so here it is with my own kids. I raised them in church, thought I did all the right things, and got a strong marriage and all these things that everything should be fine. And it wasn't. And my kids went a whole nother route that just devastated me as a parent, us as parents, my wife and I. And so we started to just build what we wish we could have. And that was a support system, a loving, caring, nurturing support system that was non-judgmental, that provided support in a way where you felt loved and cared for as you were on your journey of trying to figure out how to deal with your son or daughter that's struggling.
Let me bring Darren into the conversation, because Darren, you are now working for Light of Hope as part of the alternative peer groups, APGs as you're talking about it.
Yes.
But you started as a client.
I did.
Talk about your experiences with the organization, how it turned your life around.
Yeah, it changed my life completely 180. About 3 years ago, I was struggling with a heroin addiction, and was just really struggling on how to stay sober. A big thing that we do at A Light of Hope is APGs, where instead of just going to meetings, you're also learning how to have fun in sobriety. So 2 weeks ago, we had like 26 people all playing Ultimate Frisbee. This week, we had just under 20. So just learning how to really enjoy being sober and being comfortable in it. So definitely something a little bit different than just going to a meeting.
I think a big part that's really exciting about what we see happen with young people like Darren is once they find recovery in their life, they feel called, a lot of them, to give back, to support others. And everybody that works with our organization has been there, done that. Even our parent facilitators, our parents who have had young people that have struggled with addiction in their homes. So as they support other parents, or as young people support other young people, they can really talk from the place of understanding and been there, and can encourage them in their journey.
And isn't they say when you are healing others, you're healing yourself?
100%.
So your healing continues as you are healing others around you. So that gives you some power in the situation.
And we call them wounded healers.
Yes.
The wounding that we experience as people just in life, we can be used so powerfully to help others. As you work through those issues and learn, how to get through those things can be so powerful in helping others.
Now, we've got about a minute to go before we have to go, but you're also involved with an art program and the equine program as well. Talk
Yes.
about those programs.
We have a great gal that, Kathy Boyer, she came up through our organization as a parent, then a parent facilitator, went to school, became a certified addiction counselor, then also became a certified art expressionist. And we have found working with art can be a powerful tool for young people to express themselves. Those that have a hard time expressing themselves verbally, find it scary or even be afraid to do that, can do it through art. And we could sit and talk about, let's write down or draw a picture of what recovery looks like to you. Or why don't you put down on a stone, a rock, something like these here, where you went through a traumatic time in your life, but you got through it. What was the thing that got you through it? What was your strength in that? Was it your family? Was it your faith? Was it your friends? Was it other people? And it gets them to start to talk about some of those things they've been through. Then we'll take these stones into a group setting and they'll talk about their stone, why they put that on there. Wow. And it gets them to start to share. The key to healing in addiction, in all of these things we're dealing with, is being able to talk about the root of why they want to self-medicate. If we can get that out in the open, that's when the healing starts. Wow. And that's what we really target there, is getting that to happen.
Wow, that's amazing. I know that you've got the Light 5K run. When is that coming up?
Be the Light 5K. It'll be later on towards the end of this year. We don't have an exact date. We were going to move the date a little bit so it didn't conflict with concerts in the park this time. We were hoping for 100 last year. We had over 250 show up. Nice. It was a great event, and we're planning on doing that this year. And next year we may even do a bike-related, a mountain biking type event that will be all about recovery and supporting what we do.
Tim, you're doing great work. Thank you for what you
Our
do.
pleasure.
Darren, thank you for what you do.
Yes.
We appreciate that. For more information, the website.
Yes, www.alightofhopescv.org, or you can call our 661-513-4325 number, or HEAL at the end.
Awesome. Very good. Guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate
Thank you
your
so
time.
much for
Thank
having
you
us.
for
Really
everything.
Good luck
appreciate
with
it.
everything. And thank you, Ellen Como, for being on the
Oh,
program
you're
with me
welcome.
today.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
It is a blast every now and then, huh?
Yes, isn't it? I know, I love it.
It's a good way to start your day.
Yes.
It is a good way to start your day. Tammy will be back with us on Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing part of your day with us. Have a good rest of your day.